All right, continuing off of that last video about persuasive writing. So we just watched a video on a item called a ShamWow, which says it was really good at cleaning, and the people are so excited to buy it. They're never going to have to spend money on paper towels again. So now we're going to watch or look at something that is a review of ShamWow to see if it really works, a real honest one. They're not trying to sell it here. So they're going to be honest with us and tell us, does it really work?
It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge.
It's like a rag. But whatever it is, here at Consumer Reports, we wanted to see just how well it mops up messes.
ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in liquid.
At least that's what the company used to claim, but not anymore.
ShamWow holds 12 times its weight in liquid.
Not so fast. Here's yet another claim.
ShamWow holds 10 times its weight in liquid.
Now ShamWow's website is back to claiming it holds 12 times its weight in liquid. Make up your mind, ShamWow. To see if any of the claims hold water, tester Bob Carpel dunked the ShamWow in water, then he weighed it and did the math.
We found that it held 10 times its weight.
Same with cola. But no matter how much liquid it holds, buying ShamWows adds up. For a pack of 8, you'll pay about $28. But for the same price, you can buy all of these sponges. And in Consumer Reports test, these 14-cent sponges also held about 10 times their weight in water and cola, same as the ShamWow. Granted, ShamWow promises its cloth will last 10 years, and while we haven't tested that claim, sponges won't last nearly that long. As for other ShamWow claims,
It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard?
so this work, as opposed to this work, is twice as hard. Gotcha. And testers also found the ShamWow left behind lots of tiny droplets. In which case, you need these products known as towels and sponges to clean up the rest. Or you could splurge on another ShamWow.
ShamWow, you'll be saying wow every time.
Well, maybe not every time. I'm Teresa Panetta for Consumer Reports.
All right, so then we have a video of what really happened in a commercial. They are trying to sell us something, and so this is no different. They're trying to sell us a ShamWow. So he was so excited about his ShamWow. He had people come on say they were excited to buy this and use it, but she's saying doesn't work that great. Does the same job a sponge does. A little harder to use. Didn't clean very well. Was a lot more expensive. You could buy a lot of sponges for the cost of just a few ShamWows. The only one statistic she did not have was that it actually lasted for 10 years. She did not know if that was true or not. They had not been able to prove that. So, just like in this situation, she was using proof, what they had discovered when they tried to use the ShamWow on their own. Okay, so now is when you're going to get out this T-chart. All right, looks like this, perspective A and perspective B. So you need to come up by tomorrow with a persuasive argument, something that you are going to argue. And you have to do perspective A and B. So on A, you're going to write the pros. Why is it good? B, the cons. Why is it not good? What's not good about it? You need to kind of think of both perspectives. You cannot just list video games are better than playing outside. Okay, you have to think of what is unhealthy. How could that be unhealthy? You're not exercising. You're not getting up. You might be eating too much if that's all you do is play video games. Not getting the fresh air that we need to have in our systems. Okay, you have to think of an argument that has two sides. And then you are going to list the pros and the cons of that argument. So I'm going to show you something else that you should also have in your packet. Again, with the Polar Pops. Okay, so we have our pros, we have our cons. You guys have this paper. You should have this one as well. Now, you are, in this situation, they're writing for pro. Polar Pops are great, right? And so then they're going to list their perspectives in order. List their different pros in order. Okay, so delicious. They say that is the second one. They say their best argument is that they are cheap. 79 cents. That's a detail. Change from the dollar can be donated, and it saves you money. Okay, the second one is they are delicious. That's kind of a little bit of an opinion. So it is sweet. It fizzles down the throat. And their lowest argument is that they are caffeinated. You need to be alert. Without it, you can be grouchy. So they put them in order. They just put numbers next to them. So you're going to do the same on yours, whether you're fighting for something or against something. You're going to put your different topics in order. You're going to list them 1, 2, and 3. So 3 good reasons. I know you have more space than that on your T-chart, but you really only need 3. So we're going to look at cons. Polar pops are pitiful. So number 1, you find them alongside the road in people's yards. That's what they labeled as number 1, their best argument. They come in styrofoam. They're not good for the environment. That's their second best. And then number 3, they're unhealthy. Lots of sugar, lots of calories. Okay, so those are how they ordered their pros and their cons. Number 1 is their best argument. This is the best way that they can persuade other people. Okay, so now kind of going back to the paper that you will be writing with a persuasive argument. And I'm giving you a lot of freedom here to pick something good and persuasive that you feel that you'll be able to persuade your audience of. Bigger. All the reasons are not equal. They're not all going to be the same amount. You have to figure out what makes a reason stronger or better than another. Strength can be determined by quantity, by where the most evidence is, by consequence, maybe the reason that has the most impact, whether good or bad. Strength can be determined by expertise, why experts recommend it or go against it. Okay, so all the reasons about the polar pop are not equal. They ranked them in order of what was the strongest argument to the least strongest argument. When you write your paper, don't just put my best argument first. You actually probably want to have your best argument last. You can put them in any order you want. Saving the best for last. I like to do that with my food. I eat my dessert last because it's the best. Same for your paper. You want to save your best argument for last, ensuring that your last words are powerful. Your weakest argument, I wouldn't start with that. You want to put that in the middle. So your number 3 argument goes in the middle. And it's probably going to be the shortest paragraph because you have less information on it. And the reason that you want to start with is your second best reason, providing a little oomph, creating the 2-3-1 order in your paper. So you're going to use your T-chart to help you with this. Okay. So you're going to need to choose how you decide to rank your arguments. And that's based on the data, what you have that is going to be the best argument for you in your paper. Let me show you one more paper that you should have in your no. Okay, so I don't think I have it on here. So you are just going to use your argument, what you have come up with, and start rewriting the pros and the cons of that so that you kind of know both sides of the video. In order to argue something well, you need to know how people can argue against that. Okay, I am going to share some persuasive writing examples with you. So here are some examples